All right, guys, welcome back. Talking Unit 7, 7 East, 7 West. This is another unit that gets talked about quite frequently. Unit 7 East specifically, because the draw odds are so good, and you need to be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. The draw odds are very good in 7 East, but the elk densities are very low. To me, it's almost a limited opportunity style hunt. And if anybody has been on a kind of a hunt like that before, they'll know what I'm talking about. Limited opportunity hunts in 7 East are, or at 7 East kind of feel is like the densities are so low. All right, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. We are talking Unit 7 in Arizona, elk hunting. Specifically, Unit 7 is divided into two units, subunits, Unit 7 East and 7 West, which explains to you the orientation of where they sit. 7 East is the eastern side of Unit 7. And 7 East is a unit that's very popular, one of those units that I get asked about quite frequently, get emailed about, and guys just talk to me about it because they look at the draw odds and they look at this stuff and they're like, hey man, what do you think? I want to apply for this unit. It looks great, looks super rugged. There's some mountains. And I always, I'm very careful with Unit 7 East, very low elk densities. It's one of those elk units that will drive you crazy. And you'll wonder where the heck all the elk are and why there's so many tags that are given out, and you'll understand why there is low draw odds for that unit. It's a unit that can really take your soul, because I've seen that unit be very, very good. I mean, we've killed 330 plus bulls out of there multiple times, and you can have a really fantastic hunt. And then you can have a hunt where you don't see anything. I've had a lot of guys just from talking back to me, hunters, friends, all that kind of stuff, where they just say, hey man, I had a brutal hunt in 7 East this year, didn't see anything. Just guys that, from what I hear, that are good hunters, they'll say, man, we haven't seen anything this year. It's brutal, super hot. We don't know where the elk are. There's people everywhere. I hope that scares you off of 7 East a little bit, or at least gets you prepared for what you're in for. 7 East basically borders the Navajo Nation, and primarily a lot of flats, a lot of juniper flats, a lot of open, a lot of sparse country. Doesn't hold a ton of elk. You have a giant mountain range on the southern border of Unit 7 East, which does in fact hold a steady elk population, but it is so rugged and the access is really, really difficult in a lot of times. So what happens you're in Flagstaff, you're 7,000 to 10,000 feet up there, and later season hunts are tough, because when that weather comes in and it rains and snows, the access basically disappears. I mean, it's really hard when the snow comes in up there to get access into some of those spots. And they will shut down roads. I mean, the Forest Service will come in and shut down a ton of these forest roads so that people will not get stuck and die because they're stuck in the snow and get exposure overnight. So there's a lot of things to deal with in 7 East. Just talking that mountain range and all that kind of stuff that you need to know about. Now, early archery season is what I specifically get asked about is the archery section. Now that could be very good, but the majority of the elk population are in the southern third of Unit 7 East. And you're going to be hunting bugling bulls for the most part. But the only success that I really can put my hat on, can I bet on, is really sit in water. You really want to focus on the water that's getting hit in some of those areas, because trying to find those bulls and chase those bulls down in some of that high pressure, hunting pressure areas, because the bulls are in the southern third and all the hunters are in the southern third as well. So there's a lot of hunting pressure in 7 East. And a lot of guys that they're in the same position. Maybe it's their first elk hunt. Maybe they hunt it every couple years, because the draw odds are very good and they know that there's a chance to shoot bigger bulls down there. but they're all doing the same kind of thing from my experience. And when I say my experience, from what I've kind of heard about and also seen. So I take, as an outfitter and a guide, I try to absorb as much information as I can, just like you guys do in some of these units. So I from year to year, I mean, I talk with so many people and they'll give me their feedback, and they're not necessarily clients. They can be clients or friends. Typically, if they're clients, we have them dialed in, and they are successful. But friends, family, all these people that kind of talk about, hey, this is what I experienced at 7 East, this is what I experienced 7 West. So I try to absorb as much information as I can secondhand, as well as being boots on the ground in all of these units that I talk about. So 7 East is one of those. Look, guys, if you want to get into it, if you want to draw an elk tag, if you want to go archery elk hunting, if you want to go late rifle elk hunting as a resident or non-resident, go for it. But beware that you will run into some people, and the elk populations are not that great. Flat out. They are not that great. And it's unlike 6A, guys, where I talk about, hey, you're going to see a lot of people, but you're going to see a lot of elk. This is not one of those units. This is one of those units where you got to put in the work, you got to put in the scouting time, and you got to really hope that the weather holds out for you. And each of these hunts, not only snow, if it pours down rain in that early archery season, you're going to have trouble. When it's real dry and these elk are focused on certain water holes, that's the time where you shoot these big 330 plus bulls in 7 East. So again, hope that helps. Hope that gives you an idea, kind of clear up some of the mystique of 7 East. It's an opportunity. I would choose something else personally to focus on. I would focus on another unit that requires similar draw odds. As a chance of a better hunt overall. Most hunts, how we judge a successful hunt, how I judge a successful hunt is seeing animals. You want to see elk. That doesn't always equate to killing them, but you want to see that what you're looking for. When we're looking for big bulls, I don't necessarily think I'm not happy if we see a bunch of cows and little bulls. And we may have seen 50 elk that day, but I'd rather see 3 or 4 good bulls than a bunch of elk. And on some hunts, we're shooting meat bulls. So I'm not really looking for, 1 or 2 bulls living somewhere nasty. I want to see elk. I want to get into the population. So that's how I kind of determine a good hunt or a successful hunt, and giving you the benefit of the doubt. And a great place to start. 7 East will challenge you. It will challenge you. 7 West, on the other hand, it's a very, very different unit. These two units are very, very, very different. So it's not like other units that are back-to-back. 7 East and 7 West are almost polar opposites. So 7 West does have a healthy elk population and big bulls. The draw odds do reflect that. That's why you will see the draw odds very different in 7 East and 7 West. A lot harder to get drawn in 7 West just because the elk populations are good. Bull quality is high, access is good. You still have the mountains, you still have the ruggedness. You just have a lot more elk population. A cool hunt actually in 7 West is that late archery hunt. So a little bit better odds to draw versus early archery or late rifle. But still, the 7 West is not crazy draw odds. They are a little bit more difficult to draw in 7 West and 7 East, as they should be, but still not a crazy tag bonus point expenditure there. But a late archery elk hunt in 7 West is kind of a cool hunt on a lot of years. You can have a chance at good bulls. You can have a chance at 300-inch plus type bulls in 7 West, not have a ton of bonus points, hunt it every couple years as a resident and as a non-resident. So it's a cool opportunity to just get out there, get elk hunting. More often than not, better than waiting every 10 to 15 years to try to draw some super tag or even longer, where, in my opinion, it's better to hunt every 5 years, and you will have a better chance of shooting a giant bull every 5 years than putting all your chips in one basket on one hunt every 15 years. So I hope that gives you an idea. 7 West has my thumbs up approval, while 7 East is like, be wary of that. Again, we've taken hunters in there that are successful. We've as an outfitter and guide, we've killed bulls that are 330. But I'm trying to be straightforward and honest. Do not expect a fabulous hunt on that if you're DIYing it. It takes a lot of work. Where 7 West, It takes work as well. Any hunt in Arizona does take work. It is not an easy opportunity type style when you're hunting these big bulls, but it is worth your time. It is worth your bonus points in 7 West. So good luck. I hope I didn't go over each specific hunt in 7 East and 7 West because I really wanted to focus on just the quality, where 7 West is the quality and 7 East is like the opportunity of just drawing a tag. And with all these hunts that they offer, it's gonna be an equal kind of opportunity. 7 East, early archery, late archery, late rifle, it's gonna be difficult. Where 7 West, it's gonna be a pretty solid, pretty good hunt, pretty good opportunity on each one of the hunts that 7 West has. So hopefully the mapping helps. Hopefully you understand how that all works, what the layout is, and also draw odds. Hopefully that helps you guys stay educated, stay confident, and go into this draw with luck on your side and also some education. So we'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks.